Welcome. We hope your experience is fruitful. Please feel free to visit our website to find out how you can join our growing family. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. Also, share so others may enjoy as well. And we hope you would consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. All right, let's start the show.
He didn't say renew your mind. He said renew the spirit of your mind. There's a difference between the mind and the spirit of a mind. The spirit of a mind is a place where the deeper thinking takes place. We also call this the subconscious. It is the place in your mind that controls your actions, even when you are not conscious of what you're doing. The spirit of your mind is your subconscious. It is your default setting. It is what you've been doing for so long that if you lose your mind, the spirit of your mind take over. That's why you told your mind on your way there, I'm not gonna do nothing crazy. But then when you got there, you black out, do something crazy. Then when you have to explain it, I don't know, it's just like I lost. Because whenever you lose your mind, the spirit of your mind take over. So what I'm trying to get you to realize is ease up on yourself. Being negative is programmed in you. If you was raised around negative parents, lived around negative friends, you had no idea that your subconscious was being conditioned, that your default setting is negativity. That's why acting a fool comes natural. And saying I'm sorry and walking away is hard.
Grand Rising Kings, Queens, and the entire spectrum in between. It is your boy Kwame. We are back with another episode of Pyro Power Hour. I am joined by the Queen, Ramona Atkins, aka Big Sis Mona.
Hi, everybody. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday indeed. And happy holiday season. I got into a festive holiday. This weekend was so good. I had so much fun this weekend. I got to put up all my decorations, and like when in my house, like Christmas throws up. So it's like trees and poinsettias and all types. It's very gay.
You said Christmas throws up. I'm too done.
She does. She grows up. She throws up in my house. So it's all good in the head though. But I am really happy about this week. It got me in a mood. Because I wasn't feeling. I was like, are we in the Christmas spirit? Are we in that mode?
So I am not. I'm
right?
trying. Like, I'm one of them people. So like my mom and dad already got their Christmas gift. I already gave it to them like a couple days ago. Like, I'm just hi mom. It's just like I
What's
don't
going
know.
on, Keith? Yeah. I don't
there.
know. Like, have you tried decorating or tried to like doing stuff to get in the spirit?
So
What's going
no.
on, Keith? What's
So
up, Dr.
I was just telling, and hey everybody, I was just telling my parents, I said since I relocated, everything is in storage and I live out of a suitcase. And so my little bitty tree, I had like a little tree like this, and it's in storage, and that's what I would put up because I was down in South Carolina by myself. So my mom was like, you need to go buy us a little tree. So I might go buy us a little tree. Maybe it'll give me some.
Well, I have two trees, one in my white room and then the other one in my family room. But I think I want to get another tree. Just a smaller tree, maybe for the office, but I don't know. I haven't decided yet, and I think I might want to get a smaller tree because there's a tradition that I used to do, and I stopped doing it. But I stopped doing it after 2020. But basically, I would get an ornament for that theme, for the theme of that year for me.
Okay.
But all of my other trees are like all decorated a certain way. So if I get any type of ornament, it has to match, and it's weird for me. But so I want to get a tree where it doesn't have to be all like color coordinated and stuff like that.
And it's so funny because my mom, I made this ornament. It's gold with my name on it. It says my nickname Net. And I made it. I was maybe in the second or third grade. and she still has it.
Oh wow.
And you can almost see through it. And just for the record, I am 54, so that thing is old, old.
Ooh, that's a classic. That's a classic one. Well,
She still got it.
I bet my mom still has a lot of my stuff that I made like when I was in kindergarten, and like she keeps all of that stuff. So I think my tree probably still looks the same when I was growing up in the house. So yeah. Dr. Holt says, child, like my mama, she got 2 or 3 trees. Of course, one of the trees is a Delta tree. Shout out to Delta Sigma Theta.
Dan, shout out to the
Yeah.
Deltas.
Yeah, shout out to I like the Deltas. My mom says, yes, I do. She has all those ornaments. That's hilarious.
But moms, the parents keep, like, I had a little bozo fork, like it's
Mhm.
still in the kitchen. My mom uses it.
You got it's mementos. It's mementos.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Thank you guys for coming through. We appreciate you. Don't forget that you can go ahead and find Pyro Media Network on all social media platforms at Pyro Media Network. So you can find them on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everybody, everywhere, la-da-da-da. And as well as you can follow Kyrie and myself. You can follow me everywhere at Kwame Speaks Official, and you can follow Kyrie at Kyrie Sanaj everywhere with the exception of IG, and that's it's _ Kyrie _ again. You probably are wondering why Kyrie is not here. Kyrie is not here because Kyrie has an appointment with his mama. So shout out to Mama Sanaj. And
Yes.
we love you, and we will see Kyrie on Friday. Yes, Friday. So because Wednesdays are Mona and Michelle will be back here. All right. Well, no, you're not here this week, right? You're next week, right?
I think I'm next week.
I think you're next week because you're every other week.
Yeah,
So
I'm
it'll probably
every
just be me and Michelle. Well, you're more than welcome to come if you want to come through, sis.
Okay. Well, you know, I will. You know what? I will let you know. I will
Okay,
let you know.
yeah. Either way, it's all good. Anyway, so let's see. Also, definitely check out the Hotspot. The Hotspot is our Patreon. It's patreon.com/Pyro Media Network. And yeah. Also, make sure you stay connected by texting Blaze. That's BLAZE to 833-793-2423. Again, that number is 833-793-2423. We got a lot to talk about today, so I'm going to go ahead and get into the breaking news, y'all. We got some breaking news on today. Okay, so North Dakota Republican Governor and businessman Doug Burgum announced today that he is suspending his 2024 presidential campaign after struggling throughout his whole bid to get name recognition from voters. Burgum's announcement came after he did not meet the requirements to qualify for the third GOP debate last month and seemed unlikely to meet them for the debate scheduled for this Wednesday. I don't care.
Yeah. I'm so over politics. I'm so over political people. I'm so over anybody that get a check from the government. They get
Honey,
to speak. I'm just over. I am like I'm so
at
over
this
it
point,
all.
I'm not over politics. I'm over this. I don't understand why we need to know this. This wasn't a breaking news thing to me. I didn't even know he was running. I don't even know who he is. I'll be quite honest with you.
At this point, I would vote for Mickey Mouse because he had the wand and Fantasia. Like I'm
At this
there.
point.
Like he had a cute hat and a wand. I'd rather
Right.
vote for him.
Yeah, I'm not giving you any more time, sir. Good luck. Sorry you didn't make it. I don't care. Good day.
God
All right,
bless
next up, God bless. Next up, and Godspeed. Next up, we have Spotify. So this is some breaking news. Right, Dr. Holt, like, who are you, girl? Right. So breaking news this morning. Spotify is going to be laying off, or announced that they're going to be laying off around 1,500 employees to reduce costs in a third round of job cuts this year. CEO Daniel Ek, forgive me for mispronouncing his last name, but said today as he announced a significant strategy shift for the music streaming company. Quote, economic growth has slowed dramatically and capital has become more expensive. Spotify is not an exception to these realities. Ek wrote in a letter to staff posted to the company's website. Spotify's changes aim to make the company more efficient, taking it back to its startup roots after a massive hiring and spending spree helped it gain tens of millions of subscribers, but didn't make it consistently profitable. That's This is not good.
You
They're supposed to be a
know,
music giant, a music streaming giant rather.
well, this is a part of the problem what we got with a lot of these companies is doing these massive let goes,
Hmm.
and because I was in that recently, well,
Hmm.
as of last year, and then the company I work for just let go 5,000 people
Oh my god.
um last month.
Oh my
Over
god.
Yeah, it was a total I think of about 5,000, 4 to 5,000. It was that many people um let go, and these things are coming down to when you think of AI.
Yeah.
A lot of these things can be handled through AI, which I understand AI, but in the same token, it is not that personal contact that some people want and need.
Yeah.
So a lot of these jobs are converting to those things. People like Spotify and iHeartRadio. Why do I need to pay for Spotify when I got iHeartRadio? You know what I'm saying? Or Apple music. I have Amazon music myself because it comes with my subscriptions and everything. So I have
Same.
Amazon music. So I don't need a Spotify, or I got rid of my Sirius XM that was in my car because
Yeah.
we ended up at home and I'm paying you $100 and some a year for something I'm barely using. So
Right.
this is and it's a trickle down from us going home January, February, March of 2020. This is just that trickle down effect. People have tried to quote unquote, regain, but
Yeah.
who can pay for Spotify when I'm paying an extra $100 for groceries and buying the same
Yeah,
songs?
and to your point, Mona, and we have to move on, but to your point, this is something that we've been talking about over the past couple of. I've been really adamant about, like, what's been going on with the economy, and, like, people are not really paying attention to it, and if they are, they're only looking at the end front of it, or the end point of it, like in terms of the end user, or the end consumer rather, but not looking at the cause. And so a lot of it, we're seeing a lot of, like, the middle of the issue, which is like interest rates are going up, right, for mortgages and everything, really, inflation, right, and then
Mhm.
rent is also going up. Rent and mortgage rates are going up, but then nobody's salaries are going up, right, and so it's and I believe that the federal minimum wage hasn't changed in God knows how long, right, and so it's really, there needs to be some kind of, like, change this, because if not, then we're going to look at another, I'm sorry to say, but we may be looking at another Trump uh, um, uh, run, because people are going to want a change. And
Mhm.
if Biden doesn't do what he needs to do, or show some type of, and I'm not saying that he hasn't done so, because I think what the problem is that they have a messaging problem. They don't really, advertise what they have been doing, which has been
Right.
really great things. And the policies and stuff that they have gotten through, the executive orders that have been put through. So there's a lot of policy updates that Biden has done, and the Biden administration has done really, really well, but nobody's
Mhm.
talking about it, because everything's all about, oh, Biden's, old, and and Trump in the court and all this stuff, whatever, and Biden's old. Nobody's really talking about what's going on. So they have a messaging problem they need to, and George Santos, whatever's,
Yeah.
entertaining at the moment,
And
right?
and I agree with you because I think all of this stuff is a distraction. Because
Yeah,
look here, JoJo and Kamikaze, they ain't took away my student loan, so I'm feeling some kind of way. So, but in the same token, they've lost a lot of votes. And so, but you don't, as you stated, don't get to see a lot of those things. And you're going to have a lot more companies doing this because some of this stuff is just extra. If I'm
yeah,
paying you an extra $100, $200 in a year just to have music, but I need to put
hmm,
groceries and that little $20 that I'm giving you a month, hey, that could go to some ground beef and some chili
yeah,
mix, and that's gonna last me a couple days. So,
yeah.
unfortunately, these things are happening, and a lot of this, like even with Spotify, um, these people got to go get unemployment. Well,
Yeah,
we bankrupting the country, giving everybody money. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a trickle down effect.
yeah,
Everything has something that is attached to that is creating this.
yeah, yeah. What's going on, Sean? Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Dr. Holt says, thank you, State of Georgia Department of Education, for that raise we got. And honestly, you guys will be, a lot of people will be getting more raises and higher raises if the federal minimum wage would increase, because then if the federal minimum wage increase, it forces the states to go up, and then it
Yep.
also makes other business, it trickles down. But anyway, I digress. Let's move on
Right.
to the next breaking news. Israel has expanded ground assault in Gaza, according to the IDF. Let's take a look at what's going on here.
Tonight, the Israeli army is ordering more evacuations in the southern part of Gaza and says it has now expanded its ground offensive to every part of the Gaza Strip. Many Palestinians say they're running out of places to go. ABC's Tom Sophie Burge reports from Israel and a warning that some of the images may be difficult to watch.
Tonight, Israel expanding its assault on Gaza. For the first time, confirming its ground forces are now operating in every area of the Strip, including the south. Massive missile strikes as Hamas fired rockets into southern Israel. The Israeli military claiming it hit hundreds of terror targets in northern and southern Gaza this weekend.
We see here a fighting tunnel of Hamas, 15 meters deep, right outside a school.
In time.
So I don't want to go too far into it because it's a really long video. But at the end of the day, like, you know, this is we thought we were going to see some semblance of you know, easing on, you know, down and chilling or whatever, but it seems like, you know, with a lot of things that have been transpiring over the weekend and over the past week, things have kind of escalated a little bit. So I don't understand, you know, I don't know what's going on. I all I can do is just pray for the Palestinians over there and pray for everyone in the middle of it all. So this is becoming a hot mess.
And then this is my personal opinion. This is not the opinion of Pyro Media. I'm gonna say that first. I think that we're seeing a genocide right in front of our face, and that's where I'm gonna leave that. It just hurts my feelings. That's why I had to shake it, because my heart just is not for any of this. Like, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
It is a lot, and I have already given my official position on it when this all first started. I'm just praying for the people in the middle, all of the Palestinians that are affected by this, all of the Israeli people who have been affected by this, who's not a part of, you know, the governments or any of the mess. So
way too many innocent souls.
Way too many.
And I think that my last thing for that, the little girl that I seen that her brother was unalived and the older brother was crying over him, and she was about 10, and she said, "Stop crying. We can't cry anymore. He's a martyr." And I ain't been right since I seen that video, and that was last week.
I heard about it, and I can't watch that. I've been seeing a lot. I follow oh my God, Sean King. And he's been posting and you know, God bless him for, you know, keeping everybody informed, but he's been posting constantly about what's going on, and I had to mentally check out of it because I can't and that's a privilege that I know that I have,
Yes.
But for my mental health, I can't, you know, I'm prior service military, so I can't see stuff like that like all the time, constantly.
Yeah.
And it was constant on my thread because I follow him, so I didn't unfollow, but I had to, I think,
Step back.
Yeah, step back and mute the notifications.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it is a mental thing, because, you know, whether it's, you know, someone that is ex-military or been in battle, or in my situation, the spiritual side of me, it's a lot, because I can't unsee it.
Yeah.
My photographic memory, it won't allow me to unsee it. So then my mind just plays it over, and it does something to me spiritually. And so I haven't been right since I watched it.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move into a different point. We have a new Black excellence on today. And so this is good stuff. We for the past month or so, we haven't really been posting a lot of Black excellence, so it's been nice to get some stuff in the view. But Sha'Carri Richardson and Noah Lyles took home the major awards at the USA Track and Field Night of Legends this past Saturday, following their remarkable performances in athletics this past year. Richardson was awarded the Jackie Joyner Kersey Athlete of the Year for Women after winning the 100 meter. After winning the 100 meter, securing bronze in the 200 meter and anchoring the women's 4x100 meter. Is it 4x100 meter or 4x100 meter relay team to gold at the World Athletics Championships in Budapest. She states, with the God that I serve, everything happens when it's supposed to happen. So when I stand here today as the world champion, that's because now was the time for that to happen. Now is the most impactful it would be, the most powerful it would be, and the most sincere it would be, Richardson said in her victory speech. Quote, I understand the influence that I have. I understand the responsibility that I have to USATF and as a top female USA athlete, and to my country and to my Black family, to my beautiful women, to everybody that has been misunderstood for trying to be their best selves and not be put into a category because they do track and field and have been put in a bubble. Congratulations to you, Richardson. Okay, girl. Sha'Carri's doing the dang on thing, and shout out to Noah Lyles as well, doing the dang on thing too. This is both two top track and field athletes, just really dope Black excellence right here. So I'm really proud of all of them, and I'm proud of the just everyone that has been really fighting to win a place in athletics in the Olympics these past couple of years. So shout out to these kings and queens out there doing the dang on thing. What are your thoughts, Mona?
As Beyonce say, the best revenge is your paper.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Revenge is your paper, because Sha'Carri, there was no grace given to her when the weed situation came about. It was no grace given to her, considering she just lost her mother, and she still ran.
And
anyway.
It was medically provided to her.
It was medically provided to her.
I hope that's right. Allegedly, if I'm, let me just
allegedly,
say, yeah,
it was and for her to endure for the last 2 years, the people talking about her. If she lost a race, they was like, she wasn't that good anyway. The levels of things that she had to endure, and then to come out the way, the best revenge is your paper.
Yes. Oh. All right. Well, congratulations to Sha'Carri Richardson and Noah Lyles for their efforts and staying just Black excellence. We appreciate you, kings and queens. All right, let's go ahead and get into what's happening today. Some of y'all's favorite time of the day. Today is National Sock Day. Wow. National Sock Day celebrated on December 4th. It's a day to celebrate those rarest of socks that managed to stick together, and maybe mourn those socks that lost their significant others in the wash over the years. Whether you're a fan of knee-high, crew, ankle, or low-cut socks, or even the ones sporting tiny holes, the history and significance of National Sock Day will make you love your socks even more. Happy National Sock Day to y'all. Mm-hmm.
Did you say you lost your mate? Why did why?
I didn't write this. Who threw that tomato?
Dr. Holt, tomato. Stop. Look, and so just for the record, it's yay for National Sock Day, because I normally be having on like psychedelic socks, and I had 2 different colors, and it's hilarious. A normal thing. My niece did that to me. I've been doing it for years now. I don't know why.
Well, I have a bunch of fun socks, but I don't really wear them that much. Like, I usually just wear either black or white socks. So it really just depends. If I'm going out, like when I was in Seattle, I used to wear a lot of like crazy cool socks because I was a hooper. So I would do like a whole bunch of like I would just wear my socks instead of just, because I don't like putting my feet on the floor unless it's a dance studio floor. I don't know, it's different. So, but anyway, let's get into birthday of the day. We are still in Sagittarius season, y'all. Still in Sagittarius season. And so when does it end? I think it ends this week.
Oh, Dr. Holt, that's funny.
No, it doesn't end this week. No, it ends at the end of the month. This has to be the... I believe that. This has to be a Caucasian that made this up. I absolutely believe that. All right. Well, first up, happy birthday goes to none other than the one and only Hove. Jay-Z. Yes. Born December 4th, 1969 in New York. Shout out to New York. Sean Corey Carter, aka Jay-Z, is an American rapper, entrepreneur, songwriter, and record producer. He is one of the world's best-selling music artists and one of the most acclaimed rappers of all time. Born and raised in New York City, Jay-Z began his musical career in the mid-1990s, after which he released his debut studio album, Reasonable Doubt, in 1996, to widespread critical and commercial success. He released the album a year after, a year after founding the record label Rockefeller Records. His subsequent albums have also seen great praise, with The Blueprint in 2001 and The Black Album in 2003, later being heralded as modern musical classics. He followed these with the collaborative album Watch the Throne in 2011 with Kanye West. His critically lauded 13th studio album, 444, in 2017, and a collaborative effort titled Everything is Love with wife Beyonce in 2018. Jay-Z's business activities and life outside of music has also received significant mainstream attention. Happy birthday to none other than the Jay-Z. Yes.
H to the S-O.
Okay, Sean, I didn't know you were Sage. Dr. Holt says, see, that JT was fine to me. He needs to cut his hair.
Dr. Holt, I felt the same way. I don't know why.
What's up, King?
I never think he was actually a very ugly man. I never thought that. Now that hair that he got today, I like funny hair. But yeah, I think he looked better when it's cut.
I agree. I think he looks way more attractive in this when his hair is shorter. But who am I to tell, man, a billionaire what to do with his
That's billionaire business.
Hit me, DM me your picture, Sean, so we can make sure we celebrate it. And that's gonna be the last day that we're all. Oh yes, okay, good. That's next Friday. We got you, sis. We got you. Go ahead and DM me your picture. We'll celebrate you on December 15th. And if there's any other pyromaniacs that's out there that have the birthday coming up, let us know. Let me know, or send it into the company, and we'll make sure that we celebrate you on that day. We celebrate everybody, la-da-da-da. Well, yeah, that's true, but cut that hair, baby. Y'all, so leave that man alone. All right, we got some honorable mentions. Happy birthday to you, Hov. We appreciate you. Honorable mentions really quickly goes to Tyra Banks, born December 4th, 1973 in Inglewood, California. Tyra Lynn Banks is an American television personality, producer, businesswoman, actress, author, former model, and occasional singer.
From one coast to the other, from East Coast to the West Coast.
Occasional singer. Born in Inglewood, California.
I was trying to get past that. I was trying.
It took me a minute. She began her career as a model at the age of 15 and was the first woman of African American descent to be featured on the covers of GQ and the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, on which she appeared twice. She was a Victoria's Secret angel from 1997 to 2005. By the early 2000s, Banks was one of the world's top earning models. Happy birthday to you, Queen. We were rooting for you. You're our best. Next up, happy birthday to Orlando Brown. Born December 4th, 1987 in Los Angeles, California. Orlando Brown is an American actor, voice actor, rapper, and singer. He is best known for his roles as Eddie in That's So Raven, 3J in Family Matters. Oh yeah, that's right. Tiger in Major Pain. Max in Two of a Kind. Danny Wayne in the short-lived Wayne Head. Dobbs in Max Keeble's Big Move. And Frankie in Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. Okay. Happy birthday.
God bless him.
All right. Christopher B. Duncan, happy birthday to you, King. Born December 4th, 1964 in Lincoln, Nebraska. Christopher B. Duncan is an American actor. He is known for his television roles like Braxton B. In the Jamie Foxx Show, President William Johnson in The First Family, and Duncan Bulk in Hero Factory, as well as the portrayal of former U.S. President Barack Obama. Duncan received his BFA in acting from the University of Colorado Boulder. Duncan had a starring role as Braxton P. on the Jamie Foxx Show. He played the leading role of President. Oh, I said all that. Okay, boom, boom. He also had a standing recurring role on Jane by Design, Veronica Mars, Aliens in America, and the list goes on and on. Happy birthday to you, sir. And last but certainly not least, Happy birthday to Tony Todd, born December 4th, 1954 in Washington, D.C. Tony Todd, born December 4th in 1954, is an American actor who made his debut as Sergeant Warren in the film Platoon in 1986 and portrayed Kern in the television series Star Trek The Next Generation from 1990 to 1991 and Star Trek Deep Space Nine in 96. He achieved stardom for his roles as Ben in the 1990 remake of Night of the Living Dead, as the titular character in the 4 films of Candyman film series from 1992 to 2001, and William Bloodworth in the Final Destination franchise from 2000 to 2011. He also starred as Dan in the Man from Earth in 2007 and voiced the Fallen in Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. I didn't know that. Oh, he also voiced Darkseid in the DC animated movies universe, Zoom in The Flash, and Venom in the upcoming Spider-Man 2 in 2003 or the last one. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's interesting. All right, voice actor. Well, happy birthday to everyone that was born today on December 4th. We appreciate you. Shout out to all of you. And really quickly, let's get into. Okay, we're gonna skip this one. We're gonna skip that one. Yeah, we're gonna move on to this because we gotta go. We got to go. Yes, we're gonna move on. All right, and happy shout out to Bullet in Flight Radio, the #1 progressive Christian and inspirational radio station in the world, who is on TuneIn. Make sure you go ahead and head over there. You can use your Alexa device or your Google device to ask for Bullet in Flight. All you have to do is say, Alexa or Hey Google, play Bullet in Flight Radio on TuneIn, and it'll come right up. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to get into the rundown. We have a lot to get into, so stay tuned, stay blessed, and stay safe. We'll see you on the other side.
In a world filled with diversity, where radical faith and progressive believers come together, there's a place that's breaking all boundary and embracing believers from all walks of life. Bullet in Flight Radio, where believers unite, boundaries break, and love triumphs.
Step away from the chaos and noise of your daily life. Experience moments for yourself that are calm, serene, and full of peace. A necessary respite to foster growth within you, because self-care should be luxurious. Luxe Noir. Are you ready to take your streaming broadcast, website, or social media visuals up a notch? Pyro Media Productions is here with the perfect solution. From dynamics design and professional headshot shoots to family photo ops, they've got all you need for stunning content creation. Check out pyromediaproductions.com today and add that creative flair. Pyro Media Productions, setting brands ablaze since 2017. And we're back by popular demand, you guys. If you're just tuning in, do me a quick favor, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. It does help the algorithm. We appreciate you for all that you do. Also, if you have not done so already, make sure you go ahead and type Blaze, or text Blaze rather, to 833-793-2423. Again, that's 833-793-2423. All right. We appreciate you. Let's get into the rundown. I'm having some technical difficulties on my end, so I'm just going to go ahead and I don't know what's going on or why the slides just all of a sudden died. But
the devil is a lie.
The devil is a lie. We're gonna just move on with it. We had this issue before, so I'm gonna have to call this company and be like, "Hey, do you want us to stay a vendor, or do you want to stay a vendor with us, bro? Is that what's going on with you, bro?"
I know that's right.
Let me see if I can download it as a. I can't do nothing. It's like frozen and locked, but that's fine. That's insane. I think what I'm going to start doing is like downloading it as a just as a slide deck, because we use an animated system, so maybe I'll just download it as a slide deck too before we go on, so that way I can make sure that if something like this happens, I can just still put it up. That might be.
And hello to the people that just came in. Dr.
Yes.
Holt, Dr. Holt, you know you wrong, right? I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm gonna just put that out there. Yeah, right there.
You know what, Dr. Holt, a mess. We're not talking about him. A mess. Let's see here. I don't know what's going on, why it's not coming up, but I have a backup. I know that's right. It's the season to get rid of old companies. New year, new company. I know that's right.
Come on.
I know that's right.
I am in that process right now, so I understand.
It's crazy. I don't understand. Okay, so first up, I can just talk to you guys about it. So recently, Tiffany Haddish was just was back on the party scene this past week after cops arrested her for DUI in Los Angeles. But she was not drinking at Bash and posted, "quote, I am ready for my next chapter," on her birthday this past Sunday. Wait, was it her birthday or was it? Oh no. Yeah. So I'm ready for my next chapter on her birthday this past summer. So yeah, happy belated birthday to you, Tiffany Haddish. But she was not drinking at the Bash. And last week, the Girls Trip star attended a star-studded holiday party that Paris Hilton hosted at her home. The event also celebrated season 2 of Hilton's reality show, Paris in Love. Very interesting. Haddish was in a festive and sober frame of mind at the party, we're told. And this, when we say we're talking about Page 6 is reporting this. A partygoer said they spotted the comedian snapping pics with Santa and hanging with comedy fixture Jeff Beacher. Well, I mean, I don't know why we're surprised by this. When you get a DUI, you can't drink for, I think, a significant amount of time, whatever they deem is necessary. So yeah, what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, I don't understand with her, like, if she was drinking, you have, and I'll just say this, and this is not just directly at her, this is any star. If you're drinking, y'all have money. You can pay for a car service. You can have limos drop you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and when I seen it, it just bothered me because I do like Tiffany Haddish, and it just bothered me because it's like, why are we still getting these type of headlines of anyone in those places and spaces? Because you have drivers.
Yeah.
We shouldn't even be seeing these types of articles because you have drivers. Like, yeah.
Well, I don't know what her reasoning is for this. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we can only hope that didn't happen. And if it did, like, let's just say, like, I just feel like at some point in time, like, Tiffany just, I don't know what's going on with her, or why she even thought like that was a good idea. Now they're saying that she was asleep at the wheel.
They said she was asleep. And so, yeah, I did read that they said that she was asleep. And so, if you were asleep, then yay, you thought enough of yourself and other people to pull over so you don't hurt anyone. That I give you grace in that space.
Yeah.
Now, was she, that may not never come out if it was actually like, did y'all do a toxicology? Not a toxicology, Lord, she ain't died, but did you do the breathalyzer thing?
Right.
But even if she wasn't, and if she was just asleep, that the media gonna blow it out.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. One can only pray. Next up, let's see here. Kiki Palmer and Darius Jackson. So Kiki Palmer asked to move restraining order hearing to privately resolve issues with alleged abuser Darius Jackson. So Kiki and her embattled ex Darius Jackson have agreed to mediate their custody issues privately following explosive claims that he physically and emotionally abused her. According to court documents filed in Los Angeles this past Thursday and obtained by Page Six, the exes began discussions on Wednesday, November 29th. And he agreed to continue those conversations at a mutually agreeable date that has not yet been determined. When Palmer, 30, first filed for full custody of her and Jackson's now 9-month-old son in November, she also sought a restraining order against the child's father, which was granted to her shortly after. A court date for the domestic violence restraining order was set for December 5th. However, Palmer and Jackson have agreed, per the latest court filings, that they would like that hearing to be postponed until they resolve the issues in mediation. What are your thoughts on this? Because I think this is interesting, but I want to hear your thoughts on this first.
Um, Love will make us do crazy things.
Hmm.
I think that if they can resolve it,
Mhm.
absolutely. But I just don't want to see her in a space of resolving it because you got a bunch of I'm sorries
Yeah,
and then you end up in that space again.
yeah,
Hopefully if this is, allegedly if it's true, then he would also be required to get some counseling
yeah,
um and supervised visits until I would feel comfortable as a parent because the pictures kind of didn't lie on how you had her like hemmed up.
yeah,
So we know that portion of all of this is true because we seen
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But I'm hoping that this is not one of those, I love you and we supposed to be a family. And, I'm just hoping that it's not because she's young and she is in love. And love when you older and love when you younger look different. When you older, it's like I can love you from over there. When you
Yeah, but I also think that love shouldn't hurt. You know what I'm saying?
and it shouldn't.
I don't know. Like, but I find it interesting because, on one hand, I think that this is a smart move because at the end of the day, this is what's in the best interest of the child, and at the end of the day, the child is going to grow up and look
Yes.
online and see all of this. They're
Right.
when they look up who my mom is, when they look up who my dad is, when they look up to try to figure out, and Google, and we don't know what type of technology is going to happen, in the future, right? Back in the day, our great grandparents didn't have the internet, right? Our grandparents, really didn't have the internet either. Hell, some of our parents didn't have the internet really popular, around that time. So when that child gets older, he's going to see all
Hmm.
of this.
Yep.
So, if they're going to resolve it, I mean, it makes more sense for them to resolve it in private because it's really, honestly, really none of our business if we want to be real about the whole situation.
I
So,
know that a lot of the younger generation, and that's men and women, they do not have the emotional intelligence to manage their emotions. So we're hearing a lot of bad things
hmm
when it comes to these younger couples and unalivings and
hmm
beatings and abuse and essays and all kind of crazy stuff. So I just hope that they're both in a good adult space that they will, you know, because
I don't think they need to. I think their lawyers will be, talking
yeah,
to each other. They don't have to talk to each other. I think at this point there's not a need for them to kind of talk to each other. I would behoove it would behoove Kiki to not really return to that relationship at this point, because of what has happened publicly, and that's going to constantly be, when you're in the public eye, that's already, a battle that they have to deal with. But then to kind of like deal with that with your relationship and an uphill battle that's already, it would behoove her to just kind of do what she needs to do for her and her child. And I think this was a smart decision, in my personal opinion.
yeah. I think
So,
it was. I think it was too, because again, like you said, it's in the public eye, and the unfortunate part is when she is 50 years old, 20 something years from now, it will still be looked at, and because once in the media, once something is deemed on you, it's forever
yeah,
deemed on you, even if you change.
yeah,
So,
yeah. All right, well, let's move on to the next one. Let's
hey,
see
Jada
here.
Bright.
What's going on, Jada? Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Oh, Florence Pugh, and I wish I had a picture. Can I pull the picture up here? Let me see if I can pull a picture of her up. At least get a picture of her. Okay, let me see if I can do it. But Florence Pugh was hit in the face with a flying object. She's a part of the Dune cast, and Dune, part of the Dune 2 cast. Dune is a really good show or really good movie. So if you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. I believe it's on Netflix right now, or it might be on Max. One of the two. Forgive me if I'm mistaking the actual what do you call it? The actual space there, or
Okay.
the network
Platform.
that it's on. Yeah, the platform. Thank you. But yes, this is Florence Pugh. Now, most of you are like, well, who cares about this white girl? But she's a part of the Dune cast. And what happened was that she was hit in the face with a flying object alongside the Dune 2 panel. Who was Zendaya was next to her. Timothy Chalamet was next to her. These are all stars in Dune. And it's a growing issue of why this was brought up and why I brought this up. It's because in previous situations we had let me see if I can pull up the video of it, but in previous situations we've had issues where people have been throwing stuff at concerts. People have been throwing stuff at flowers or whatever it is. And of course, some of them are trying to be really, really nice. We saw Cardi B, having an issue or whatever, with someone throwing stuff at her. All of this is the goal is for them to to try to get closer to these hey Michaela, what's up, Queen? The goal is to kind of get closer to these artists and these people, but the problem is that you're throwing stuff at people. Take a look at what's going on here. Let's take a look quickly. So I don't understand why we're throwing stuff on. Yeah, I don't understand why we're throwing stuff on the stage. Like,
hey Felicia. Hey, so this is the thing. See, I'm a 0 to 100 with certain stuff, and just like they just threw that, I jumped because I felt like it was me. It would have been in CNN, MSNBC,
hilarious.
Page 6, because I'd have drug you. You threw something at me.
Yeah.
There is no discussion of, well, why would you do? No, you remember how Monica jumped off stage?
Yeah, we need to have a conversation. We need to talk because and then people wonder why Cardi B was all upset when the situation. Yeah, she was upset. You threw something at her. You threw water at her. You threw whatever it is. Beyonce got there was stuff that was thrown at Beyonce at one of her the concert events or whatever. It's like, I get that you want to send stuff to you to like there's people there that you can give it to, and I know you don't trust that things are going to get to the artist or whatever, but it's a concert. It's an event. Throwing stuff at someone is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
But this is the thing, and Cardi, I'm shocked she didn't jump down because we all know that Bronx girl probably if she wouldn't have had on them heels.
I don't know if you remember, but she threw her mic in, yeah.
But if she wouldn't have had on them heels, the Bronx girl would have probably came completely out. Because you don't know, that could have been bleach. That could have been anything. And people are so weird today. They sending, stuff in the mail and they got powder on it and things like that. So you throwing something, especially if it's a liquid or if it's a food or whatever, we don't know what they throwing at people. You could have been trying to throw acid at somebody. People weird. Crazy. People weird. I want to be a Smurf. People weird.
I want to be a Smurf. That's hilarious.
Where everything is Smurfy.
So this was a question. We had a new segment called Question of the Day, or Question for the People, rather. And this is a question I want to throw out to everybody, including you, Mona. So this was a tweet, or what's this tweet? Yeah, this is a tweet. This is a tweet from That Girl. It says DATGRL. Okay, and it's all over the blogs right now, and so or not all over the blogs, but it was all over the shade room. And so the question is that my friend mad at me because, or not question, but this was her tweet. My friend mad at me because I told her daughter Santa isn't real, and her daughter believed me. I don't have kids, so did I cross boundaries? I
seen that.
Let me know for real, because if you ask me why the F you want to keep lying to your kid, the F. Let me explain something to you young lady.
Oh, let me
look.
Right,
let me explain something to you young lady. That's not your place. I don't care if you think it's lying to the child or not, whatever. That's not your child. You don't get to dictate what someone else does with their child in their home. I'm sorry. Unless the child is in danger or the threat of being in danger, you don't get to tell a parent or tell a parent how they should handle their child. That's messed up.
So I know the going phrase for a lot of people today is I don't condone violence. I condone violence when necessary. So I'm gonna just say that first. I do condone it. But you let a child be a child and live in that child's space. Unless you have raised your child from day one of those things, that ain't your place. And truth be told, if your friend just stopped talking to you, you better be glad it was just that she stopped talking to you, because some people would have came for your neck, because you did a transition in a childhood in a child's um path, rite of passage that parents talk to them about. So look here, this is what it is. That's a rite of passage. And you took that away from that mother.
Yeah.
You took that away from her. So you better be glad that all she wanted to do was talk, because again, I condone violence when it's necessary.
Dr. Holt is right. My nephew is 6 years old. Until he says he doesn't believe in Santa, I'm not going to say it. Let a child be a child, girl. I agree. Michaela also says how yes, she didn't have to say anything. Now listen, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't feel like that was necessary for her. Like what was your reasoning? Major says that's true, Kwame. But people enjoy making others unhappy, sad, or hurt. New normal is hurt everybody so they can feel better. I mean, it is what it is.
I don't understand where in her mind that she thought it was okay to speak to anyone's child and tell them anything beyond what their parent is telling them. That's not your place.
Yeah,
who are you?
And you don't know. And Jada Bright said, "Stay in your lane. You have no right to tell my child a dang thing." I know that's right, Jada. But and my thing is this: you don't know people's belief systems. You don't know what's going on. You don't know like that's not okay for you to. If you don't believe in Santa, that's fine, girl. If somebody ruined Santa for you, that's your business. But you don't need to do that to that child. Leave him alone.
And at this point, why are you speaking to my child about any of that?
Be the last time you see him. Mona, she knew exactly what she was doing. That's what I'm saying.
Yes. Yeah, like why are you even speaking to my child about any and that just lets me know, and you don't have children, so you don't understand the concept of it. So what that just told me was, and it's gonna go a little bit deep, baby, you either you was traumatized from your own parents, or you was traumatized because of Christmas, because maybe y'all didn't get no gifts. And so now your parents had to say, we don't have a Christmas because we poor. That just spoke to your own insecurities and your own projection onto this child. You wouldn't be my friend after that anyway.
We couldn't talk. You gotta go. Yeah, you would have to go. It would be a major problem.
Because if you would do that to a child, oh my God, what would you do to me?
There it is. That's a word. That's a word.
If you would do that to a baby, man, come on.
Yeah, that's a word. That's a word right there. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into the next topic at hand. So it looks like I Am Legend 2 is coming. It's been confirmed by Will Smith. Excuse me. I'm sorry. So Will Smith confirmed I Am Legend 2. Let me go ahead and see if I can pull up the video, because he just spoke at an event where he was able to, or I think was it overseas? Let me look real quick, because everything was in this creative deck. Now I don't want to work.
Right.
It's disrespectful. Hold on, let me pull it up. I want to pull up the actual video where he was talking about I Am Legend 2. Now the thing is with I Am Legend 2 is that he also was talking about how I Am Legend 2 is going to be including Michael B. Jordan, which is really interesting. And I'm looking forward to seeing it because I liked I Am Legend. I Am Legend it was really, really interesting.
Yeah.
But there has been no confirmed scheduling dates. There's been no production lineup yet, as of yet, but he did confirm it. But let's take a look at what he said about I Am Legend 2.
Yeah, I'm Legend, yes. Yes, I'm Legend too. Actually, we got I have a call with Michael B. Jordan tomorrow. Yeah, we have a really cool. The script just came in. I'm probably giving up too much information. Yeah, the script.
Well, there'll be more than you in the film.
No. We're both Michael B. Jordan and I. We're using on the you have to be a real I Am Legend buff, but in the first one, in the theatrical version, my character died. And everybody's like, well, wait a minute, how he gonna make a part 2 of his character? But on the DVD, there was an alternate version of the ending of the movie where my character lived.
Mid-credit scene.
Yeah. So it was like, so we're going with the mythology of the DVD version where my character lived. And I can't tell you anymore, but Michael B. Jordan is in, and we're doing it. Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on this movie? Because basically, Will Smith shared new details about I Am Legend 2, which will star Michael B. Jordan. Wait, he's going to star in and produce alongside Michael B. Jordan. Excuse me. So this was at the Red Sea International Film Festival in Jeddah, forgive me for mispronouncing it, Saudi Arabia. And so Smith, who is one of a number of Hollywood A-list stars at the third edition of the Red Sea Film Festival, also discussed Bad Boys 4, which is very interesting, where he and co-star Martin Lawrence will reprise their roles in the earlier sequels of the original 1995 hit detective movie. Now, as you heard, he talked about having the alternate ending. I've never seen the alternate ending.
I didn't either.
I didn't see the alternate ending, so I'm interested to see how they're going to spin that. But yeah, that's really, really interesting.
Now I got to go back and watch it. Now I gotta.
Hey, Will, call me. The best. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I got to go back, and now I'm gonna have to go on my little super box and go find it and go look at it again because I am an I Am Legend fan. I do remember in the I Am Legend, if I'm not mistaken, he had a child. He had a child.
He had a wife and a child, but they were saved, so he stayed on the island.
So I'm thinking maybe that's where Michael B. Jordan. But I will say this: it is nice to see two greats, a legend and a up and coming legend, both on the same screen in the same movie.
Yeah.
It gives me the old movies of back in the day where you might get 10 people that are now elders, like Sidney Poitier, who, and Harry Belafonte. You might get all of them all in one, or like Harlem Nights was. Like that. I like when we get to see stuff like that. Like that's star-studded. I love it.
Yeah, I love that. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into the next topic, and probably the last topic of the day, if I can't find the other thing here. Robert Glasper and Chris Brown are up for nominations for the Grammys in the same category. And so that's going to be very interesting because, as you guys know, if you remember from last Grammys, Chris Brown had made a post and said, "Who the F is Robert Glasper?" And which is really interesting to me because I thought as a musician you would know who he is because he's pretty damn dope, but that's here nor there. So Robert Glasper is all pumped up to face Chris Brown at the Grammy Awards once again, and tells TMZ that he's open to challenging his R&B category competitor to a dance-off. Okay. I don't know if that was a joke, but okay, that's fine. TMZ Hip Hop linked up with Robert this past week, where the reigning R&B or Best R&B Album winner laughed off his past tensions with Chris Brown and praised his artistry. That's good. He's just a class act. But if you looked at Pop Space, which is I guess one of the blogs out there on Twitter, or was it Twitter or Instagram? Whatever, one of them had went ahead and did some of the nominees, and the nominees now for Best R&B Performance nominees is "Summer Too Hot" by Chris Brown and "Back to Love" Robert Glasper, "I See You" Coco Jones, How Does It Make You Feel" by Victoria Monet, and "Kill Bill" by SZA. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I know Chris was very upset the last go round, and I feel like maybe they're putting him back in that category. I feel like sometimes they like the chaos.
Yeah.
I do feel.
Robert had told TMZ, he said he doesn't rule out the chances of conspiracy pitting him and Chris up against one another, especially after last year's drama. So he thinks that there's a possibility that this was kind of a way to kind of get them back at each other. However, or keep the tension going. However, he doesn't dispute. This doesn't really dispute either Chris Brown or Robert Glasper's gifts. So I mean, they're both very talented men and artists. So I want to see, but they're also up against SZA and Coco Jones and Victoria Monet. So these are also other great artists as well. So we'll see how it goes. I personally am not going to watch the Grammys because I just think there's a lot of BS that's going on with it. I haven't watched the Grammys in a while. I always catch the highlights and stuff. So we'll see how it goes.
I agree with you. There's a lot of chaos within the Grammys that I don't like. But I will say this: if he feels that they're trying to kind of quote unquote pit them against each other, what they need to do is look here. Your best revenge is your paper. Y'all both get together and go ahead and make.
Wouldn't that be something? That would be an epic little single or album or whatever. That would be really, really dope.
If nothing else, but because Robert Glasper is, I love him. So it's a thing of, I feel like y'all should just go ahead, because this will be the second year in a row. There's no need to walk out mad. What you do is let this be a learning lesson and say, maybe we should get together, because then what they gonna do?
Right. Exactly. So we'll see how it goes. Got to go. Y'all kids have lost their minds. Okay, no problem, Dr. Holt. Thanks for coming through. Take care of those kids. All right.
Lord. Bye.
And last, we're gonna get into the last one of the day. Let me go ahead and pull up this situation here. So I'm closing this out. Usher. Oh, say again.
I was just reading where someone said, Jada said, let them be children as long as possible. It's hard enough for us as parents.
Oh, you talk. Yeah, they're going back.
Yeah, I just so happened to just see it. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. So Usher had an emotional, or rather, they say that he broke down as he wraps up his Vegas residency. I think they went a little too far about him having a breakdown. It wasn't a breakdown.
No.
But he did cry. He did, have a moment. He went down to his knees. Usher wrapped up his Vegas residency with a ton of appreciation, which you could see as the dude fell to his knees and took in all the love in a truly emotional moment. The singer went out with a bang Saturday in Sin City, where his My Way shows finally came to an end after an epic 100 concert run, most of which have been very eventful for a variety of reasons. This weekend, though, all the focus was on Mr. Raymond. While he was singing Without You, he buckled and started to break down on stage. This while his backup dancers and other stage crew members rallied around him as the crowd cheered. Indeed, it was quite something, and you could tell he was overcome by it all. Of course, an Usher show wouldn't ring true if he wasn't out there serenading the crowd, and he did just that, crooning to Jennifer Hudson, who was with Common. They had to throw that in there, the night prior. Shout out to Usher. He really deserves all of this. This is his time. I mean, this has been his time. He's definitely come up as an icon, in my opinion.
He is in the best season of his life with two sons that are in their teenage years. two new babies. Life is good. 2 years with this run on in Vegas to now doing the Super Bowl. Has a beautiful lady on his on, like he in his bag. He in
Yeah.
his season right now, and I love to see it because he has had a lot of ups and downs as well. Some pre some self-inflicted and some not self-inflicted, but at the end of the day, to see his growth and maturity into who he is today and been following him since he was young, I just absolutely positively love it. Shout out to his mama. She
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah. Shout out to him. Yeah, and shout out to him for just kind of like showing his emotion. Like I know he's grateful and I know he's proud. So that's really really dope. That he did that. So
Can you imagine that feeling though? Like
no,
that's an overwhelming
that's crazy.
adrenaline that just kind of came up, and it's like
Yeah,
that's when your mind says, "Guess what? You made it. You ain't even realize it." Like
right.
I when I was watching it, I kind of got kind of teary because I'm like, his body had to be tingling from head to toe. You know, like for real.
Yeah, because that's a moment. That's a moment that you and you see it on some artist's face when they're performing and they do something like they've made a milestone for them. Like it's
Mhm.
a good feeling. So good for him. And we I wish him continued success and
Yes.
continued growth. But rest up because I know you had a 100 run concert. That's a lot of work, bruh.
Look here, and had babies in the middle of that, sir.
Okay,
Go play with the babies. You're probably gonna have
yeah,
to. You need a new
and
house because
still
I
look
know
good.
what you. Okay, because that little eyeball looking over that glasses, I ain't gonna.
You're hilarious. All right, y'all. That's gonna do it for Pyro Power Hour today. Sorry for any of the technical difficulties we had, but I don't know what's going on with that. I might have to reset the computer, but whatever. At the end of the day, we got through it. And really, really quickly,
Oh
shout
yeah,
out
look, we both
to
doing it at the same time. The glasses of the day. So the
honey,
glasses of the day. Look,
honey.
well, I'm
I
gonna
am
let
living
yours
for
show.
these.
Let us see yours first.
Yeah. So this is from Succulent. I am living for this.
That's
Oh, these are cute.
nice. Yeah, that
Hmm.
is.
Yes, these are cute. Y'all can go to RamonaAtkins.net to go, or to what was it, succulenteyes.com
Yes,
or
succulent
dot.
eyes with a Z.com. And my
Yes.
glasses of the day, I just want y'all to, because y'all know I've
Oh,
been
those are
away.
cute. Those are compact.
Yes, and they here we go. And they're very easy and they can go in your pocket or
Oh, those are cute. I like those.
the
Okay,
glasses of
now.
the day.
Yes, I like these. These are cute. Thanks for sharing. Do you have
Yeah.
blue light glasses? A blue light blocking glass? This is what these are.
Yeah, you know what? I think I do. But me and you will talk because if you're looking for a particular kind, then I got you. And for y'all,
Okay.
they fold up. They can go right in your
Those are
pocket.
cute. I love that. Compound, compound. And I love this little case. It's like you just pop it up with it. Pop it open, put it in
Hmm.
there, and it's all good in the hood. And I like the
Yes.
inside of it because I always check the inside of glass cases because sometimes it's not good. But I like the inside of this and it's nice and comfortable felt and it won't scratch the thing. It's cute. I like it.
Yes.
Thanks,
So
Mama.
yes, y'all come on. Look, and I'm just gonna do this like this miniature plug. So if
Hmm.
you go to the website and you subscribe, all up until Christmas, I have deals for people that are
Yes.
VIP subscriptions only that you're not going to get unless you are a part. So yeah, you get emails on what the new and the hot thing is, and I've got them going all the way till Christmas. So
All right
sign
now.
up.
All right. Look at God. Won't he do it?
Won't he?
Really
Love you
well.
too.
All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are done for the day, y'all. It's Monday. It's we're getting to
Hey,
holiday
Cayman.
spirit, the holiday season. Get your Christmas trees up. Get your trimmings up. Start preparing your dinner list for Christmas. Get your cards out. Don't be like me and order these dang on cards and then never mail.
You know what? I'm glad you said that.
It's
So yeah,
terrible.
let me go. Look, I gotta go today and do some stuff. So I'm going to
Go
get my cards and let me see if I can find a little tree for
right.
us. Cause so my family, this is the house I grew up in that
Hmm.
you see behind me. And one of the craziest things is we used to always have live trees. Well, I don't know what's going on with the live tree life today, but the trees are more expensive and they're not, when you go pick them up, they're not doing the
Yeah.
shakeout. So like a
Yeah.
late somebody had crickets in they or
Oh
selling
my
them or
God.
something in their
Oh no no
trees
no
and they
no.
were in their house. No.
I've never done a live tree. Yeah, I can't do live trees. I
I
just
know.
feel like it's a waste. It's a waste of a tree, and I just feel like it's just not necessary for me.
So in our recycle life, back in when I was a kid, so we have a
Hmm.
fireplace. And
Hmm.
so what we would do is at the end, once the Christmas was over, we would cut it
Chop
up
it all up. Yeah,
and oh, the house smell amazing.
yeah, yeah. But I just can't. I just can't. It's too expensive every year, and then they're even more expensive. I don't even know if it's because climate change, whatever. I don't know. We'll see. But anywho, love you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Ramona, thank you so much for being on here. Appreciate you and covering for Kyrie. We appreciate you. Shout out to
No
Kyrie. We'll
problem.
see you guys on the next one. Until then, stay blessed, stay stress free. Peace.